What's up YouTube? It's me, DarkspinesSonic, aka the one and only Sonic. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can finish the last story of Sonic Adventure 2 HD from a new file in less than 1 hour. Now, what you will be seeing in the video is the process that you must undergo if you wish to achieve this feat. However, I am going to do my best to explain exactly what is going on. With my recent finding of using the chao key glitch to get characters into levels that they aren't supposed to originally be in, there is a method that you can do in order to not only effectively skip most of the dark story, but to also skip the entirety of the last story, landing you on the last cutscene. This is how it works. Basically what you want to do is, on the dark side story, make your way to Radical Highway, then leave the level and enter into 2-player battle. Now for those of you who saw my previous video, you all already know where this is headed, but what you want to do is go to a 2-player battle for the hunting mission. You want to set your battle settings so that it is a best out of 3, and that is very important. After that, what you want to do is go to Wild Canyon, since that is a, I'll say, easier level to complete than Pumpkin Hill, but ultimately your goal is to finish the best 2 out of 3 on Meteor Herd. Now by doing this, if you perform the chao key glitch, your location that you will be teleported to is Meteor Herd. So the reason why we stopped at Radical Highway is because your goal is to go from Radical Highway to Meteor Herd. Now here's the kicker. If you perform the chao key glitch in a level that you are supposed to be teleported to by doing the chao key glitch, in other words, if I were to perform the chao key glitch in Meteor Herd with the teleport location set to Meteor Herd, I will go back to that level. Now, how is this useful? Well, basically the way that story mode works for Hero, Dark, and Last is that every time you finish the level, it is supposed to progress you through the story. However, the chao key glitch allows you to stay in Meteor Herd indefinitely until you feel the need to not perform the chao key glitch, which will end your returns to Meteor Herd. Now, what you're currently seeing is the chao key glitch method for Meteor Herd. And the beauty of this is, since I'm doing this with an action stage character, i.e. Shadow, I can just do a spin dash jump after collecting the key in order to complete the level by touching the gold ring. Now, every time I touch the gold ring, I progress the story. For example, if a cutscene was supposed to happen after the completion of Radical Highway, that cutscene has now been replaced with Meteor Herd. If I was supposed to do a level after the cutscene, then that level has been replaced with Meteor Herd, and so on and so forth. So basically I can continually finish Meteor Herd over and over and over again to not only progress through the entirety of the dark story, but also the last story. This is because if I continue to play Meteor Herd after exceeding the credits of the dark story, I am then passed on to the last story, where I can skip the cutscenes, Cannon's Core, Bio Lizard, and even Final Hazard. What this means that if I do this approximately 40 times, this being the 40th time that I played Meteor Herd, I will end up on the cutscene that follows Final Hazard. Now what you're gonna notice is that it's not merely just showing this cutscene, but it's actually following the flow of the last story. Because as you will see, when this cutscene ends, it goes on to the next cutscene. Now, this cutscene also contains the credits, so we're going to skip ahead to the end of the credits where you will see the message you get after beating the last story, followed by the picture of Shadow, of course. But there is going to be one significant change to this. Despite the fact that this is my first time making it through the last story, you could say, I am not rewarded with an emblem. So technically I still only have 5 emblems. Or do I? So what I do is I head over to the options, I go over to my save file, but if you will look closely, it says that I have 6 emblems. Now, I have an emblem from Iron Gate, Dry Lagoon, Sand Ocean, Radical Highway, Meteor Herd. So where's the last one? What happens if I try to go back to the Dark story?
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the one and only.
If you read and listen to the dialogue, you may notice that this pertains to the final boss battle about to happen.
Now I know that blue hedgehog is dangerous. When I'm finished with him, he'll wish he...
And by final battle, I mean Sonic facing Shadow at the end of the Dark story. Now, after you get this message, you don't go there. You're simply brought back to the menu screen. Now, of course, I went to Meteor Herd to make sure that my number of plays did equal out to 40, which was as planned. So then I head over to my emblem results. And as you can clearly see, there is Meteor Herd, Radical Highway, Iron Gate, Sand Ocean, and Dry Lagoon. But nothing else shows. So clearly, that emblem came from completing the last story. So, in an attempt to remedy this, I decided to go to Radical Highway and finish Mission 2 to get another emblem. But to my surprise, I didn't get a screen showing me that I got another emblem. So I was assuming that it just didn't show up. But if you look at my emblem results, the total number still says 6. So I'm wondering what's going on. Therefore, in order to see if this would correct it, I headed over to the hero story and I completed City Escape. Surely completing City Escape would give me another emblem.
That was cool.
Apparently not.
This game of
So,
is boring.
what I ended up doing was exiting out of this boss battle because I didn't feel like fighting him. And I headed over to my emblem results to see what my number would be. To my surprise, the number stayed at 6. Now, with all of the shenanigans that have gone on in the save, it just may very well be destroyed, but there's still a lot I have to look into the save, like getting all the emblems for a character, etc, etc. Now, I also decided to add in what would happen if I played through Meteor Herd 30 times versus 40 times. Because if you play Meteor Herd a total of 30 times from Radical Highway, your end result will be that you are landed on the final cutscene of the Dark story. Now, if you go from Radical Highway to the end of the Dark story, i.e. the final cutscene, what you'll end up getting is a lot different than had you decided to go all the way to the last cutscene of the game. As you can see, when the credits are done with, I actually do get an emblem for completing the Dark story. And in addition to this, even though I didn't technically go through all of the levels of the Dark story and missed 7 bosses to be exact, if I go to story mode, I am able to select any scene for the Dark story. Now, There's still a lot of things to look into pertaining to this glitch, and as you can see, it allows you to finish the game in times that were unimaginable up to this point. For those of you who want to look into this glitch for yourself, feel free. Read the description to become more informed on this matter. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.